Hello everyone and welcome to episode 3 of the Writing Novelties. If you cannot tell, we are in a new location. I have moved to come back to school, which has been a whole thing in itself, but I have finally had a semi-free afternoon where I'm not absolutely swamped with homework. I still have a lot to do, and we're gonna get to that in this vlog, but I am so happy to finally, after about a week and a half of not filming anything at all, to be able to sit down and actually talk to the camera and talk to you guys and get to writing. If you've been keeping up with the Writing Novelties, you know that in the last video, I made it to chapter 3. Round of applause. I am still on chapter 3, but don't fret, I have done everything in my power to try to set myself up for success and to actually write. The fact of the matter is, I started off the semester with way too many hours. I ended up having to figure out what I was going to dropped that, still have been trying to get into the rhythm of things, been really busy just logistics wise, and I think that today, or at least tomorrow or the next day, I'm finally going to have a spare moment to actually write. The focus of this vlog is really going to be finding those pockets of time where I have, even if it's just half an hour, to just write, no matter where I am. I don't think I could ever be a phone writer. I know some people do that. I think I have to have my laptop. But I know that there are so many writers out there that are working full-time, that have kids, that are doing so many different things and balancing and juggling so many different things and are still finding time to write. And I don't want to use my work as an excuse. Also, I don't want to overwork myself, but at the same time, I want to be able to find moments in time. I don't want to have to say, oh, my desk isn't set up right, my room isn't clean. I don't want to have to wait till everything in my life is completely put together to sit down and write. I want to be able to find these mini pockets of time throughout my day and to spend that time writing. Because at this point, that is what I have, and I'm going to use it as much as I possibly can. But anyway, I am so glad to be finally filming, and let's get into the third Writing Novelties episode. Hi everyone, it is about 3:30 and I am doing my last assignment of the day, and I just thought that I could show you what it is because I think it's actually such a cool idea. So it's called a book bento, and my class just read Pippi Longstocking, and basically you take the book and then you surround it with things that kind of like remind you of the book. Now, if you've read Pippi, I know that mine isn't very colorful, but I was struggling to find things. But I have like the letter I have her two different colors stockings, her black and her brown one. I have the horse, I have the shoes, I have the teacup, and this was my favorite illustration in the book with Tommy and Annika and her in the tree. So I thought I'd use that. Oh, and yes, these are like lost things, kind of, because she considers herself a thing finder. And yeah, I thought that was really cool. I just think that would be like such a cool thing, especially on Authortube, to create things like that and maybe incorporate them into posts and stuff. I think it would be so awesome to see people do that. I don't know if this is a common thing, but I hadn't heard about it before my class, so I thought it was real cool and I wanted to share it with you guys. But anyway, I need to write a description with that, basically explaining why I chose all of those things, and submit it. I do not know if I'm going to have time to write this afternoon before I have to go to church, but I'm going to try my best. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to get to doing that. Hello everyone, it is now 10:20. And I know that I said earlier in this video that I'm really trying to find pockets of time, and I thought that I would try to work on writing tonight, but I just think it's going to be best for me if I just go to bed and try to wake up early tomorrow instead, because I'm trying to get my sleep schedule to wake up early anyway so I can get the classes in time, obviously. So I think I may try to do a morning session before class tomorrow if I finish up with my readings before class. If not, we'll do writing after. But luckily, I got enough homework done today that all the homework that I have to do tomorrow is for Friday. It's currently Wednesday. So I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to sleep and hope that I finally get to edit tomorrow. I really, really, really want to. And it's just been so interesting because I have to find this balance between putting a lot of work into my dreams and working hard, and at the same time not overworking myself, because I, as a person, tend to romanticize productivity, and even more so romanticize extensive productivity, like staying up all night to get things done because they have to get done, like working so hard, working to the bone. And I don't want to do that. I want to work hard, but I want to work hard in a healthy way. But anyway, that's all to say, I will see you guys in the morning, and we hopefully will get some editing done tomorrow. Good night. Hello everybody, it is currently Thursday and it is 4:10. I just got back from school. I didn't actually get to write while I was there, as you just saw. I was doing a bunch of homework, answering emails, but I do have good news. So I have been trying to get a publishing internship for the longest time. Not even just a publishing internship, just a job in general, because I want to work, I want to be productive, I want to market myself and like further my career, obviously. And it really wasn't looking good for me. I didn't think that I was going to get anything. I had reached out to a few people that I'd interviewed with in the past that I was like, hey, like, do you guys have any positions open? And I got a response back from them and they said, no, but you can interview for the fall. And I was just like, okay, it is what it is. But then yesterday I missed it. I didn't see it till like 10 o'clock at night. They had talked to the boss, I guess, about hiring another person to copy edit. They had said yes for someone to work 5 to 8 hours a week. And they emailed me back and they said, hey, if you're still interested, could you do this like copy editing test for us and get it to us by Tuesday? So I don't know if I'll have the job yet. I still haven't heard back from another place that I applied to, but I'm starting to get really hopeful. And if I can get an internship this semester, that means I'm even more likely to be hired in the summer and in the fall, and then even more likely to be hired for a job that's not an internship or an internship once I graduate. So I'm really, really seriously holding out hope for that. But I thought I'd just talk a little bit about just writing and what it means to be a writer, because going into this video and going into this week in general, I really wanted to find moments of time that I have available, because there are people like Octavia E. Butler that literally would like, I forgot what time it was, would wake up so early in the morning and worked a factory job during the day. Woke up so early in the morning to commit herself to writing and to commit herself to storytelling. And I want to be that person, but I don't want to do it in an unhealthy way, because I am as a person, am very prone to like anxiety and depression. And if I don't get enough sleep and if I don't take care of myself, my mental sanity goes out the window. I don't know if I'm oversharing. I do that all the time. It's genuinely a problem. But like, I want to do it in a healthy way because I want to take care of myself, because that is the only way that I'm going to produce art that I'm proud of. And I can't romanticize working to the bone. I was talking about this a little bit last night. I just tend to romanticize burnout and the idea of working and working and working and working. Like that, I get my value from productivity and the things I do, which isn't good, but it is just the way that I am wired. I'm trying to get better about it. But because I know all these things about myself, I'm kind of able to tell when, hey, you just need to go to bed. You just need to do the basic things that a human person needs before you do this. So it's just the idea that I am working to get a career because I love it, because I'm passionate about it, and because I want to get into publishing, but also because I have a day job to support these stories. And it's an interesting thing to look into, like when the work you're doing for your stories and for your passion starts interfering with your passion, so you can't do the passion that is leading you to do the work in the first place, what do you do? Because I haven't gotten to edit since I basically last filmed. I am still on chapter 3. I want so badly to finish this book this year and to start querying at the start of next year, but it's just so overwhelming. And there is just so much work that I'm trying to put into this project, and I just want it to be the best it can be. But at the same time, I am a human being, and like, I need a job. I don't necessarily need a job right now. Like, I'm cool to focus on school, but like, I want a job so that I can set myself up for success, and so I can get experience, and so I can get all these things, so I can eventually get to this place where I want to be and where I am happy and where I can do the things that I'm passionate about. It's just a whole thing. I also need to apply to a few more internships for summer and just in general, just in case, because I don't know if it's gonna pan out. And I'm going to basically rewrite my cover letters because I got them reviewed by someone at my university and basically learned that I was not doing them in the best way. I just gotta tell myself that the right internship will find me the right time. It's gonna be fine. Some people don't get an internship till they're out of college. I don't want that to be me, but if it is me, it'll be fine. But I'm going to get a few more work things done, and then fingers crossed I will get some time this evening, plus possibly a whole afternoon tomorrow to edit. And yeah, I am going to get to work and hopefully write today. Hello everyone. I just finished working on a cover letter for an internship. Haven't submitted yet, but I finished writing it. And I also tried to make a Facebook group because I really want to make a writing club. I watched Caitlin Rochelle's video a while back where she talked about creating hers, and I just think that would be really cool because I don't have any writer friends, at least in real life, and I really just want to be a part of a community of people that just like have the same passion as me. I love having friends with a multitude of interests. I'm not trying to say that. I want to meet people that also write just like me, and I think that'd be really cool. But anyway, it is now 7:48 and I am basically done with all of, well, I don't know why I said basically. I'm done with everything that I need to get done for today. I've done a lot of productive things, and it is time for me to do things for me. It is time for me to edit. I think I'm going to get about 2 hours in before I just go to bed, maybe 1.5, but you know what? It is more than I have had in the past 2 weeks, and I am just so excited. It is time to write. Hello everyone. So I know that I said I was going to work for about 2 hours, and I don't want to be lazy. That is not the purpose of this challenge. I want to work hard. I want to put the work in. And I'm having fun, but I don't know if I'm just in my head. I just feel like I'm going too fast and I'm not being as critical as I should be. Maybe it's just that this chapter is going really well. Whenever I'm not editing as much, sometimes I just have to be like, maybe my brain isn't as on right now, and maybe I need to give it a minute and wait and then look at it back tomorrow and see if there's more that I can do. Because there's certain descriptions, especially with my main character's inner dialogue, that I really think could be written better and could be better well applied to the situation. And also, it's just so weird to be editing, because when you're going back to the beginning of the story, you know your characters better. And I see these interactions and it makes so much sense for the plot, for the story to go this way. But at the same time, I'm like, is the character as I understand them now? Especially with my main character that has, it's not the main character, it's a side character, but their main character that I wrote the new POV chapter for. I'm like, does this character fit with that character? Like, is this character of the old draft the same as the one with the new draft? Does that mean I basically need to rewrite how everything goes? My brain doesn't want to rewrite an entire chapter and rewrite a plot, because in my mind, that's how it happened. But I'm also trying to make it so the characters are the characters that I know they are now. Like, know who they are at the beginning of the story, because I wrote the first draft. I understand the characters now better than I used to. It's just a very, very, very tricky balance to get right. But I think I'm going to have more time to write tomorrow, and I think I'm gonna try to write, I don't know. I've spent so much of my brain power today. And I don't want it to be me being lazy. And I want to like do this not only for me, but like for content. But if I'm honest, here, let's just get to the honest part. I started reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and I want to read more. And in order to read more, I need to finish up writing more so I can read more. I'm sorry. It's just this balance between being devoted but also giving me free time, but also the free time and stuff that I enjoy is writing, but also there are other things that I need to fuel me creatively. Either way, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for tonight. I just don't think that my creativity is as good as it could be, and I don't want to make that an excuse. But I kind of just want to read and get ready for bed and just sleep. But that was so refreshing and so amazing to finally get to spend time with these characters after so long, and to be able to write their stories and to learn more about them and to just develop this book into what it's meant to be. I think that I'll be able to finish up chapter 3 tomorrow. I'm so excited. I'm so sorry that I'm stopping. I genuinely feel so bad. I'm like, am I just being lazy or am I just being human? I can honestly not tell anymore because my relationship with productivity is kind of bad. I will see you guys in the morning. Good night. Hi guys, it is now Saturday. I'm sorry I literally just gave up on filming yesterday. I didn't actually end up getting a lot of writing done. I did get to watch The Boy and the Heron, which I've been trying to watch for like 2 weeks, because for the past 2 weeks I've realized that, you know how people always say they don't have time for reading? I have become the epitome of like, yeah, I read all the time. I don't have time to watch TV. But I watched it while I was taking notes and doing homework. So I've been trying to watch it for so long that I get the premise up to like the last hour because I was watching it and I fell asleep. Nothing against the movie. I am simply just a tired person. And it was so good. I literally loved it. I almost cried, but I didn't cry at the end. And I just really enjoyed it. But anyway, I didn't write yesterday. I didn't edit. I mostly did homework and went to dinner with my friends. But I was thinking yesterday and I was watching some videos on like people picking their TBR prompt jars, like picking their books to read for the month. And this year I set my first Goodreads goal ever to read 50 books. And I am currently reading my 6th book and it is February 1st. So I think we're on a good track. But I really want to make a TBR prompt jar. I don't have a really long physical TBR because when I moved to come back for school, I like just didn't bring my books with me. I was like, if I really want to read it, I will get it at the library. Like I will find a way to read something, but I still really want to like make a little TBR jar, a TBR prompt jar. I think it's so cute, and then I could make videos like picking out my month's TBR. I just love it, and it seems like a short like idea. It won't be too extensive like sometimes vlogs are, and I just really want to do it because I think it's cute. But I searched around for like some sort of jar I could use, and I just wasn't finding anything. And I had looked at this because I have this on my desk. It's like a mushroom, and I literally just had like my camera charging cord in it, and I was like, well, I can't use that because the opening's too small. Like I cannot reach my hand in there. But like I could still like just like pour out some, and I think that'd be cool. So I really want to make a TBR prompt jar. I think I might try to find some prompts online and just print them out and cut them because there are only so many hours of the day. While I would love to be the girly that creates their own, I do not have a lot of time. So I think I might go on my computer and find a few and then cut them out and put them in this, and it's so cute. It's a little mushroom, and then I can like pick out my reads for the month, and I think that would be just, it would be so fun. So I really want to do that. But anyway, I am so glad that you guys are here, and it is currently about like 12 o'clock. What time is it? It is currently 12:21. I've gotten a lot of my homework done for the day, so I'm probably going to have time to edit today. Ugh, finally, after working so hard, and I'm gonna make my TBR prompt jar. And there's one more thing. This thing about like trying to find pockets of time to do things is so interesting because I have a half-hour drive for me to get to school, and it's not like I can do anything like physically because I'm driving. But I was like, there's so much I can do during this time. Like I was just watching YouTube videos and listening to music, but like I have been really behind on my goal of reading the New Testament this year. Like I am still in Matthew. Like I'm pretty sure I'm on chapter 4. It is actually so bad and I feel so bad about it. But I was thinking to myself, like, this is a period of time where I can listen to the Bible and like spend time doing that. So that's another thing. It's just finding these pockets of time where I'm able to do the things that I want to do and to accomplish the things I want to accomplish while still doing it in a healthy way. And yeah, so that's an idea that I'm probably gonna try this next week, is listening to the Bible while I'm driving. And yeah, we are going to create our little TBR prompt jar. I am literally so excited. And yeah, let's get going. So I changed my mind because I'm looking for a TBR prompt, just like PDF printouts, and either they cost money or they, like, the prompts, I feel like I could do them better. So typical me, I am gonna spend my time doing this. I'm not actually mad about it because that means I can like handwrite them out. But I'm going to go grab a sheet of paper. I don't know if I'm gonna cut it first or write on it first. I really don't know. We'll see what happens. And I think is 100 too many? I'm gonna write to my heart's content, think of how many like different prompts I can come up with. Maybe I'll share a few with you guys, and yeah, I'm gonna do that instead. Hi everyone, so I just finished my TBR jar. I'm really excited. I want to make like picking my February reads. It is February 1st right now, so the video will be late, but like I think it's okay because I'm in the middle of a book right now. So even if I wanted to, like I couldn't start a new one if I were to pick books, but I'm really excited. I put 2 prompts in here that are literally like pick 2 books and then another one that's pick 3 books. So we'll see what happens there. But anyway, my camera's literally about to die and I want to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue for a little bit. So I'm going to go do that and I will pop back in when it is time to write. Hello everyone, it is now a bit later in the day. I just filmed my TBR video. I don't know, it'll probably be up after this video or maybe before. I don't know what's gonna happen, but that was really fun. So I got to see my three reads for the month of February. So definitely go check that out if it's already up when you guys are watching this. But it is currently 7:30. I am quite tired, but I really want to edit this book, but I feel like I need to talk about this for a second. It's just so hard for me to tell if I'm making my book better or I'm just making it different. And I feel like I don't want to say this, but I feel like I'm losing sight and losing the ability to tell what I personally like better. Like I'm so worried about what readers are going to enjoy and what they think is going to be better. And I'm just getting tangled in this like whole web of like, well, if this happens, that means I have to change this, and this isn't actually a character that the reaction would have. And it feels like I just keep pulling at this thread and the whole book is just unraveling itself. And I like the way the book is written. I like the very first draft of this book. And I know there's things that need to change, but at the same time, like, there are also things that I just don't want to change. But I don't know, maybe I just need to make a list. Like, maybe I need to sit down and take the time and be like, this is what I want to change. And then everything else, I'll just be like, I already like this. I don't need to spend like an hour just staring at this document wondering if somebody else is going to like it. Maybe I'm just tired. Maybe I'm just drained. And that's why, because I keep having to wait till the end of the day to work on this stuff. And I did do other stuff today. I'm not going to be like, oh, I should have been editing. Like, me making the TBR jar and me reading for a long time really filled my spirits. And honestly, I just want to keep reading the book that I'm reading. But I also know that this stuff takes discipline, and sometimes I just gotta tell myself, hey, just sit down and do it. Because the hardest part is going to be actually starting. Especially when I was trying to like replot and like world build my book, I don't know if I told you guys this. I started writing a different novel before this one, and I think I made it to like 35,000 words. It was set to be about 45,000 in the first draft, so it was very short because I didn't understand storytelling yet, and the plot didn't have a lot going on with it, and I still want to go back and revisit that story because I love it and it will always truly have my heart, and it is so special to me. But my brain ended up just freezing out because I got so overwhelmed with that story and making it perfect and making it the best it could be that at some point I was just like frozen and I just didn't know what to do anymore, and I had to give up on that story. And then I started writing Project AOS about a month later, and I just wrote down the first chapter, like I've said before, and then I wrote the rest, like within 3 months, about 3 months after that, I think. It just came so naturally to me. And when I was going into world building, I honestly got really scared because that was the point where I kind of froze with my past project. And when I first started doing all that world building, there was some resistance there. There was a little bit of me being overwhelmed and just felt like I was going crazy basically because I wanted so badly for the story to be perfect. And I'm the most indecisive person in the world, and with world building there are so many nitpicky things that sometimes you just have to make a decision on. And it was just a whole situation, but I kept working at it. It was hard and it made my brain like freeze up a few times, but I just kept working on it and I didn't give up. And eventually that resistance started to get less and less, and it started to get easier. It just took time for me to develop that sense of world building and what I wanted for the story. And so I'm really trying to treat editing the same way. That like, hey, it may be really hard right now, but that doesn't mean that I should give up. And I'm not saying that I'm thinking about giving up on the story. I'm not. I'm just trying to convince myself that like, this is hard, but this is something you love, and there's a difference between something being just hard and then something being difficult, but at the end of the day you still want to sit down and do it. And I think if I put the discipline in and I put the work in, eventually it's going to get easier, and eventually I'm going to reach the point where I am happy with my story. A few days ago I just realized I was like, editing is not you realizing your story is bad. Editing is you improving as a writer so that when you look back on your story, it no longer aligns with your now vision of the book and your now understanding of storytelling and your now ability as a writer. And so editing and each draft is just you getting closer to what the story should look like, and it's just you slowly becoming a better writer. So I'm just trying not to be discouraged, and I'm trying to tell myself that like, I'm not a bad writer. I'm getting to be a better writer, and that's what editing is. But I think that I have way too much footage for this vlog, and I'm also trying to get better about just writing without a camera on, and I think I've kind of said everything I want to say. If you made it to the end of this video, leave the little tulip emoji, the pink one. It is actually so cute and I love it, and I use it way too much, honestly. But thank you guys so much for watching this. I really encourage you to just keep writing, and you guys are doing great. You can write that book. You can do this. We are all working on this together, and it's difficult, but at the end of the day, it is going to turn out. I might just be telling myself this, but I'm just going to keep trying to find those pockets of time where I can invest in this story. I'm just so grateful, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye.